Welcome to the latest HR 180 vlog. Today we're going to be covering the topic of how your imagination can usually prevent sexual harassment at work. I think we can all agree that it's a very difficult time right now for both men and women. Whilst lots of allegations are making the news, we too have had to face a few client situations of our own, whether that's sales directors taking an entire sales team to a strip club or a manager commenting on the shapeliness of a colleague's bottom. So having dealt with those cases, I figured it might be helpful to ensure everyone knows the rules. However, and here's the disclaimer, this is a light-hearted look at a very serious subject. I'm doing it this way because I didn't want to be preachy, but at the same time I didn't want to cause offence or demean how victims will feel. Also, to balance the posts out this month, Simon's blog will be tackling the very real issues that men are also facing due to societal norms. Okay, so that's done. Here's the biggest tip I can give you. Whenever you are with a female and feel as though you might sexually harass her, use your imagination to think of her as more like Anthony Joshua. And here he is with his mum, by the way. For those of you who don't know, Anthony Joshua is a boxer and he currently holds the International Boxing Organisation World Heavyweight title. Also, the WBA Super World Heavyweight title, and if those two weren't enough, the IBF World Heavyweight title too. Apart from my husband, obviously, Anthony's my hero, and I've used him as the role model here because he's humble, he's grounded, his phrase is team behind the dream, and whilst he's strong, he's also deeply kind. Righto, I think we should see how this works in practice, and I'm going to do it with situations. The first one is that you're on a mixed group team night out, you've had fun, everyone's a little bit tipsy, and then you say, I know, let's go to this strip club. Whoa, hang on there. Firstly, do you think the women in your group would really like to go and sit in a dark and dingy room with a bunch of other people ogling women's gyrating and provocative bodies? And secondly, would you make that suggestion to this man? Probably not. This man and most men would not think that was an appropriate activity to do with work colleagues. And there is a difference between personal and work. Up next, situation 2, having a performance review over coffee. As Jenny's line manager, it's your responsibility to give her some feedback, which you decide to do over coffee in the Starbucks just over the road. You're thinking about the performance marks you'd like to give her, and your internal voice comes up with, well, I definitely score her bum as shapely, so that's a 9 out of 10. Uh-oh. But at least you haven't actually said those words out loud just yet, so now go back to your imagination and think how you would score this. Wow! Look at all those achievements. Jenny must have worked really hard with commitment and determination, so she definitely deserves an outstanding performance review score. And last but not least, situation 3. This is Keely. And earlier today, Keely won a big pitch and has openly invited anyone who can make it to drinks that evening. As a manager, you find out the next day that Kenny, disappointed that he didn't get a kiss from Keely, has added a picture to the Work Friends Facebook page showing Keely's head attached to the body of a semi-naked film character. Kenny really should have considered thinking of Keely like this. And now, horror of horrors, you're going to have to read from cover to cover the entire social media and disciplinary policy. Well, that's if your company has one. And then deal with Kenny whilst supporting Keely. So genuinely, what can you do as an employer to prevent harassment of anyone? Firstly, remove the barriers as much as possible for people to report misconduct and feel comfortable to do so and that they'll be believed. Enable HR to be more than just a management tool and let them engage with the employees as well as managers. Remember that nearly everyone has some kind of code of conduct. The main thing is that it has to be lived and breathed every single day. Remember that you set the tone from the top in terms of your engagement with others. An ethical workplace invites rather than fears truth. And successful businesses, not just those with no sexual harassment, work continuously to deliver a culture that is open, authentic, transparent and accountable. If you need examples of that, see my other leadership and culture blogs for more information if you're not bored of me. Encourage everyone to see something and say something in relation to everything. Rubbish on the floor, suppliers being treated badly, bullying taking place, people not doing their fair share of washing up. Whatever it is, if we share responsibility for speaking up, we reduce the bystander effect in which no one says anything and no one comes to the rescue. Finally, recognise the significant cost of doing nothing, but also the positive impact that doing all of the above will have on your business, harassment or no harassment. It's my goal in life to ensure that all businesses are as successful as they can be, and that is certainly possible with just a few of these recommendations outside of any potential harassment. So I genuinely hope that you'll employ some of these tactics for the benefit of everyone and yourself. And that's it from me. Thanks as ever for watching, and bye till next time.